What's up, guys? This is Harthic, and we're back playing some more Shadowrun. If you remember last time, we hit some serious shit, and we gotta go find Goblin's handler to try to get ourselves off the grid. So, let's see where we can go. Guess we're gonna climb out of the sewers. So, up we go. You're about to leave the station. Enter the subway. Continue? Yes. Let's get out of here. I'm sure we can find something better to do than that. Sinless. You scramble up a ladder and through an accessway where the sewer system spits you out into the Hong Kong Mass Transit Railway System, the MTR. Crossing the rails, you climb up to the platform and into the station. Above you is Hoi, where the Rat Shaman and the Little Decker plan to plead your case to Kindly Chang, the one woman they know who can help you get underground and off the grid fast. But there'll be a price. Chang is a triad boss whose favors tend to come with strings attached. The sounds of a waterfront at night leak down from the stairway to the surface. Peering up into the steps, you can catch a glimpse of the night sky, overcast and low. Alright, so we're up and so we're out of the sewers. The sewers deposit you into a series of mechanical accessways that eventually link to a system of railway tunnels. Gobbet leads you through 5 or 6 magnetically sealed doors and across several sets of electrified tracks until she indicates you've reached your destination. She holds up her hand, indicating the surrounding platform. This is the MTR station for Hawaii. Once you go up those stairs, you'll be in our neighborhood. Kindly Chang runs her operation out of a mahjong parlor called Swift Lanes. Wu rips off his goggles. There's an APB out on us. How do you expect us to get to this Swift Winds place without taking a bullet? Hawaii is well known as a protected area. Kindly Chang sees to that. It's a shadow community. Smugglers, hijackers, black marketeers, you get the idea. Cops tend to give the place a wide berth. Isabel gives a shallow nod. Her gaze remains planted on the floor. Police cameras don't last long here. Between the smog and the cloud cover, we shouldn't have to worry about drone surveillance either. The HKPF won't find you. Not if you follow our lead. Gobbet widens her stance, puts her hands on her hips. Now, here's how this is going to work. You can't get an audience with Chang until you secure an invitation. So me and Iz will go on ahead and pay our respects. Then we'll request that she sees you. Politely. An invitation? How do we get that? The Rat Shaman smirks. We'll kiss her ass until it shines. Isabel sighs. That's about the size of it. Gobbet holds up a hand. One more thing. Kindly Chang is a dangerous woman. She may seem friendly, don't let your guard drop, and whatever you do, do not disrespect her. Got it. She drops her hand, nods to the three of you. That's it. We'll go on ahead and smooth the way. Just give us a few minutes head start and don't talk to anyone. Why don't we just go with you? Because no one knows you're here, and outsiders aren't welcome in Hawaii. Gobbet eyes Wu up and down. Plus, your friend here radiates cop. Cops are even less welcome than outsiders. Then she looks your way. And you're not exactly ordinary either, are you? I can blend in when I need to. She smiles for the first time. Not in our neighborhood, Seattle. If people see us strolling through town together with no prior explanation, we might not make it to the mahjong parlor at all. I get it. Her eyes narrow and she nods approvingly. That's good. You catch on real quick. We need your sins burned as badly as you do, and we need to figure out a way out of this shit, or we're all dead. She quickly turns away. See you at the mahjong parlor. Alright, so Gobbet and Isabel are heading off ahead for us. The Shadowrunner's footsteps quickly fall away, and then you're alone with Wu. He grunts something unintelligible and begins panther stalking back and forth again. boot prints of sewer water and muck marking his path on the subway platform behind him. Minutes pass. Wu stops his pacing and runs both hands over his face, groaning a sound of anxiety and disgust. It dissipates, and he stands there silent, his hand covering his face and his shoulders shaking with emotion. Then he begins to laugh. It's a laugh that comes from deep down, from the place where fear and frustration and impotence swirl. But the barrier holds. Wu focuses, taking control of his breathing, and his laughter begins to slow. He becomes himself again. Oh my god, Harthic. An aftershock of laughter shudders through him. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell are we doing here? How did we get into this? He drops his hands and turns to you, shaking his head in disbelief. I think I'm gonna lose it. Go ahead, we're alone. Wu walks to the wall of the subway station silently. He stands there a moment, lost in thought, and then his fists explode in a flurry of punches. He hits the wall hard, sending plaster crumbling to the floor at his feet. The orc breathes heavily for a moment, head down, hands on hips, spent. Carter is dead, Harthic. They fucking ended her. Puts a hand to his forehead. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Sounds like she was more than just your partner. He turns his head with a blank face. More than just a partner. Of course she was. Then he gets it and his hackles raise. She was my training officer, you idiot. My mentor. It looked like you two were close. Wu weighs you off with a gnarled hand. Carter was my partner. She had my back. Do you get how important that is? What it means to lose that? When you're out there on the streets facing down a food riot, you need to know someone's looking out for you. That you're standing next to someone you can depend on. That was Carter. His shoulders slump and he exhales heavily. And she was like my compass, or my anchor, or some such shit. She kept me, I don't know, sane. You're sane, Duncan. This is shock and grief. Yeah, I suppose so. He steps back, sucking in a deep breath. Screw it. Whatever she was, I'm throwing her down the memory hole. You know why? He snarls, spits. Because it doesn't matter now. Because we're gonna burn our sins, Harthic. Jesus Christ, do you know what this means? The moment we do that, we're dead. To all the world, we're dead. We're wiped clean. He counts it off on his fingers. Raymond, the house we grew up in, my career, Carter, all gone. No home, no money, no identity, nothing. He waves his hand, brushes it all away. We will be nobody. We were street kids, Duncan. We're used to being nobody. Just chill. Chill? Who the fuck are you to tell me to chill after what just happened? And you aren't losing what I'm about to lose either. Our paths went different directions a long time ago. Wu's neck cranes forward, his lower jaw thrust out ahead of time. You left me behind, god damn it. You left me behind. You left me behind. Memories flash bright. Suddenly, you're back 8 years ago, on the street outside Raymond's house. Just you and Wu, the middle of the night. Oh, time for a flashback. You can't leave like this, Harthic. What am I gonna say to Raymond? You know how he is. Yeah, I know how he is. Inflexible. Exactly. We're breaking one of his rules just being outside the house after curfew. What is so important you have to run out now, in the middle of the night, without even telling Raymond why? He's distraught. could see it on his face, hear it in his voice. He used to be lost without you. I'm not gonna lie to him. So, let's see. Some people mess with me and I don't tend to let him get away with it. Could use your help. His eyes widen. I can't give you help like that anymore. I'm on a good path now, Harthic. I can't afford to mess that up. Look, whatever's going on, I can tell you one thing. Raymond will not approve. I'll deal with it when I get back. I won't be gone long. 2 or 3 days tops. You remember the look on Duncan's face as you walked away. The events that followed were a blur, one that you don't care to remember. 3 days later, you were behind bars in a private corporate prison. No interrogation, no charges, no appeal. Years later, some corporation bought some other corporation, and the new board of directors pushed through some sort of reform agenda, and the higher-ups gave an order. And then you were out, with a few $100 million to your name, and one scary as hell non-disclosure agreement ensuring your silence. Not that it mattered to you anymore. You were starting fresh, determined. Until Raymond tracked you down, left you that voicemail, brought you to Hong Kong and back together with Duncan Wu. So I left to go on some job and I never came back because I got arrested. You realize that Wu's been staring at you. Now let's hear it. Where the hell have you been all this time? Why didn't you contact me? At least to tell me you were alive. I wanted to, Duncan, but I was locked up tight. Corporate black site. No communication. No shit. He squints at you, full lie detector mode. Oh. Fuck. I had no idea. A range of emotions play across Wu's face. He stares at the ground for some time before finally looking back up at you with a heavy sigh. Wow. I really don't know how to process that one right now. He shakes his head. I don't know. If we're still alive tomorrow, we can talk some more. This shit is too much. We're marooned on this island, hunted by the cops. My partner is dead, Raymond is missing, and we're going to go see a crime lord about erasing our goddamn identities. And as a bonus, our only allies are a pair of tiny criminals who would kill us if they could so they didn't have to deal with us. He rubs his head viciously. Listen, Harthic, back in the Barrens, whenever I was out of control, you just handled the situation. Remember? With Carter gone, I'm just a raw nerve. I'm afraid I'm going to slip back, and people are going to start getting hurt again. I got the lead, Duncan, just like I used to. He stares at you hard, like he's trying to see something inside your head. Then he checks his weapon, cocks and locks. Back to business. Good. Now let's go meet that triad woman and get our damn sins burned. I want to rip off the bandage as fast as I can. Alright then, so we got some more info on Harthic and Duncan's past. I guess I just went to go do a job and it just went really, really bad. I think that's going to be it for this episode, so I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like this video, comment below, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Harthic7790 or go to my Tumblr, harthic.tumblr.com. I'd be happy to talk to any of you guys. Just contact me. And until next time, this is Harthic. See you later.